Dirty sprint deviations, shoulder barges, nearly a high-speed crash, relegations, a chaotic sprint in the Dauphiné Stage 3 today from Monistrol-sur-Loire to Le Coteau. This was the only real stage that the big sprinters could make it, being Groenewegen and Bennett. Yeah, there was a 7k 3% climb, about 20k's from the finish, but that's not hard enough to drop these guys into the run-in. So could Christophe Laporte win another stage? I mean, he got pipped at the line yesterday by the sort of punchy guys on a harder finish, or could Groenewegen and Bennett get the job done? Now, he took a second on Alaphilippe at the intermediate sprint because they were level on time, so that would have given him some solace, and they had a laugh about it afterwards. It was a pretty sleepy stage. No breakaway went, except that turned into a crash fest in the last hour. This was the first major one with Andre Zeitz unfortunately out of the race. A big pile-up, given that there was no breakaway, no hectic situation, and the GC teams really started to take control. Castro doing a fine job for Ineos, Van Baarle for Jumbo-Visma, Grosschartner and co for UAE, and Geniet and Madouas and Legac for FDJ. But Alaphilippe, he's kind of back in mechanical mode. He had so many flat stays. This is the first one, got back no problem. He seemed to be behind the race for a long time. And it seemed alright, calm, everybody in position, no break. The sprinters teams aren't worried. Are Jumbo-Visma going to launch the climb? Is any finesser or attacker going to go? Absolutely not. Nothing happened. Everyone just held position. So it was looking chill. But that means a big fresh group going to the finish, which means a big group. And you see here, Alaphilippe and the motorbike rider, he kind of got in front of it. It narrowed over this bridge. And then there's a concertina effect, and Van Sevenant goes down, nearly crashes later in this race, and they finish the climb, or they're getting up to the end of the climb, and Bennett's looking absolutely fine, Groenewegen looking in fine position, and Bennett was good yesterday on a much harder stage, so he should make this finish. But then the stress really started because there was so much road furniture, such a big fresh peloton. We've got a downhill now where they're doing 80 kph, Volta on the front for Jumbo-Visma, UNOX, I think, keeping Johannesson in good position, a big wide road, but then these dividers come up the middle, and then Jumbo are changing position across the other side of the road, and if you're not paying attention, you get caught last, you hit a divider at 80 kph, bad things are going to happen. So yeah, very stressful to run into this sprint finish. Alaphilippe then had another mechanical, I think, with 7k's to go, and now it's like, are you really going to get back in? But they weren't going too quick at the front, and then Van Sevenant dropped back to help him, but he wasn't in the slipstream of the cars, swung in, nearly got hit by the team car, hit the team car. That could have been really bad. And now it is hammer and tongs at the front, with everybody doing the big lead-outs. Big wide road, almost UAE tour stage style. Van Hooijdonk on the front. So goal one, keep Jonas safe to the 3-kilometer rule, although if you crash after 3Ks, you know, that doesn't help. But Van Hooijdonk on the front doing a good job. They're about to pass that. Same with Ben Turner on the right for Egan Bernal and Danny Martinez and their GC riders. Then we're looking at now, where are the sprinters? So Bora Hansgrohe, they were in good position. They really did a good job in this run-in. Van Poppel and Mullen, they're surfing. They're just staying about 10th wheel, not having to fight to move up, but also not too close to the front either. Jayco a little bit all over the place. Laporte's in second wheel with Van Hooijdonk pacing, and Govacar's also kept in very, very good position by Bahrain Victorious. I'm not sure which of the two Bahrain riders he is. And Vingegaard's about fifth wheel here, so even after the 3K, there wasn't really a banner. He stays near the front, and I guess because there's still this road furniture, you still don't want to crash. Like, it's not ideal to crash, even if it is after 3Ks to go. And you actually see him trying to move up in the inside of the gutter here with Baggioli now on the front pacing the quick step with Seneschal. But I couldn't really find Vernon in his sprint. He must be deeper in this group, but he wasn't on their train's wheel. Baggioli did do a long lead out. And then there's another crash. And that's not the last crash we'll have in this run in either. So as I said, GC rider goes to the 3-kilometer rule banner and okay, I'm safe, but you're not safe. And here we see Vingegaard, I think he's one of these two Jumbo riders behind. Watch this Astana rider. He gets undercut a bit, I think, by the quick-step rider, and he crashes. And one of the Jumbo riders nearly go into him at 40 kph. So just a hectic run-in. Glad that, I haven't read all the communiques, but I'm glad that no big GC guy majorly crash today. I know Jorgensen went down. I do consider him a serious GC guy, but hopefully he's okay. But anyway, Baggioli for Seneschal, Govakar about fourth wheel, Jayco missing two of their lead-out riders, and it's all a bit over the place. And here Mullen just sparks it, because they got the best lead-out. Borahan's got a Mullen sparks it on the right-hand side, Van Poppel and then Bennett in his wheel. And Laporte is, I don't know how Laporte maintains good position here, because Laporte gets his wheel on the other side of the Lotto Destiny rider, and then on the other side of the Bahrain lead-out, and at this point, I think Laporte's got no chance to win this stage. The fast lane is the right lane. It goes Bennett, Govakar, Groenewegen, and that position is going to be the same in 100 meters. Laporte is about to be squeezed by either Seneschal and the other Bahrain rider with nowhere to go and not able to get on a wheel, and he's losing momentum with Mullen having sparked it. And then the camera changes, and somehow he's switched off and he's on to Groenewegen or maybe Oliveira's wheel. He takes Groenewegen's wheel off Trentin, just slides in there. So if he doesn't do that, and some guys have it, some guys don't have it, Laporte does have that gift, even if he doesn't have the top end of other guys. Bennett opens his sprint. We'll watch the overhead, don't worry. We're going to watch the overhead, watch it back, because this was an absolute mess. Double relegation, which I don't think I've ever seen since starting the channel. Anyway, Van Poppel launches after Mullen, 300 to go, then 250. Bennett's looking over his shoulder. I don't want to launch yet. Van Poppel's still carrying him at good speed. The other guys don't have a lead out. They're not going to jump too early. He's looking. Gets to about 200 to go. Sees 200 to go just ahead of him here. And now he starts to get up to speed in the drops in Van Poppel's wheel. And I thought he was going to go left, because Van Poppel's left that door open to his left, and maybe he can cut a bit of a draft off Bennett's back wheel when Bennett jumps, but Bennett decides to jump right, which leaves open space to either of his side, because he jumps right here, and now he's in the middle of the road. And he's established his lane here. He's established, I'm sprinting now. He's launched his sprint, and he's sprinting. The white dash line very helpfully shows smack bang in the middle of the road, which leaves two doors open to the left and the right, should he maintain his position, which he doesn't. He looks under his legs, and big swing all the way at the barriers. And then there's another mess with Groenewegen and Govakar behind. Laporte comes through and wins, but this sprint from Bennett, probably the worst I've seen this year so far in terms of just a blatant deviation across people coming behind you. Pretty bad. He got relegated for it, and you can see how far he moved across the road. And yeah, if Groenewegen doesn't brake or slow down, or Govakar, they go into the barriers. Groenewegen also got relegated, though, for this move. And yeah, Bennett stuffed him, but also that doesn't mean you can jump out and shoulder barge Govakar, who somehow holds it up and doesn't get chopped onto Laporte's wheel. Laporte wins, maybe not the outright quickest favourite for the sprint, but he'll take it. He just sprinted in a straight line, didn't do anything wrong, and we get this cursed image of him. We get to see that again. Ahead of Trentin, Menton, Hofstede, Govakar, Bayer, Zangler, and Mikkels. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Were you surprised to see the relegations? I think they were both correct, even if Dylan Groenewegen was having a bit of a whinge about it on Twitter afterwards. But until tomorrow's stage, ciao.